Well then, can you tell me about when you were young
Well,
and your life then?
when I was very young, I can't mind a lot. We used to have oil lamps and we used to play snakes and ladders and that there. But when I was around 8 years old, that was the first time I heard television, wireless.
Yeah.
And that was Big Ben striking from London, 5 o'clock in the evening. And I scampered down home and thought the ninth wonder of the world had happened. Told my mother and all that there. And then what we used to do, what else we do? We used to play hide and seek. One gang.
He used to ride a bike through the middle because he wasn't
couldn't-
tall enough to sit on the
I
seat.
couldn't ride on the saddle. I used to put my legs through the frame. And
One day he rode down and
coming out of the box
he
into
went,
the warm still
he
warm,
went through the
straight through with
policeman.
two policemen. It didn't hit him, it went straight through. He went up and told Dad I didn't have to ride a bike no more. And then, of course, we used to go across and watch all the steam engines over in the Westbury station there. They had used to do the fire drop and get all the engines cleaned and ready for that. And
was the station as big then as it is now?
this was over in the back place there, what they call the engine sheds. That was the engine shed. They should drop all the fires out and then clean them, and the cleaners did the fire. I forget the fire cleaner, I think they were, and they'd light them up, go off again. Kings, castles, granges, halls, all the big engines coming there. And we had one policeman. He used to get on his bicycle. Every time the train to come through, he knew what time the big express had to come through. He'd get on his bicycle and go on down and watch them, then put the names of the trains down when they come through there. PC Macy, that one. And of course I used to drive the horse and cart. I had a horse and cart. I used to do I used to haul water from Endigo in what we call a dung cart.
Yeah.
You had barrels, big barrels, they fill them up with water and put the wood in and shacks over the top with the hoops, not for it to spill too much. Go up to the box where the hospital is now and empty it out with a bucket into a big trough to feed the cattle because there's no water laid on up there. That's where the hospital is now. And,
where do you live at Chapman Slade now?
Yeah.
Oh.
Lived at Chapman Slade. Mother and my brother Douglas.
your dad died there, didn't he?
Eh?
Your dad died at Chapman Slade.
Yeah, my father died.
He had an accident on bike, didn't he? Well, that's afterward, isn't it? But sometime before. Anyway, you carry on.
Where did you go to school then? Or did you?
In Morden.
Down Wareham, Dorset.
Oh.
Go on, tell him how to walk and all that.
And our head teacher was a lady.
Yeah? Well, even then, women's live in those days.
And I used to go to school with my brother Jim. He was always getting into trouble. And if he had the cane, I had the cane as well.
Oh, very nice, was it?
How about your sandwiches?
One day we used to walk through the woods to school for a shortcut. And one day he said to me, if you don't let me have some of your sandwiches, I'll let the dogs get you. There were some big dogs down there. And another time we were going past a big lake and I fell in it.
Oh.
And he had to pull me out. That was all his fault.
What did you used to get cane then, if he did wrong? He used to blame it on you or something as well?
Yeah, well, she used to say, if you'd have come on to school, you wouldn't have been late. It would only been Jim that was late. And they wouldn't have any excuse. They wouldn't have no excuse at all.
Nowadays, if...
Had to walk that many miles?
Eh?
How many miles you had to walk?
4 miles each way.
Christ. That'd be like walking from Westbury to Trowbridge or
And
something
they
like
were
that
long
today.
miles too. And uphill, we had to go uphill.
What time did school start then?
9 o'clock,
What time do you have to leave then?
about 4.
No, we mean what
I
time you
mean,
start in
in
the
the
morning?
mornings, you know, to get to school in
I don't
time.
expect to quite form, will you? What time do you leave home in the morning and go to school?
Oh, early. Took so long to get to school.
Can you imagine the kids doing that today? Walking 4 miles to school. Cool. Be flipping that roll.
Take sandwiches, wouldn't it?
Took sandwiches and we could have a hot drink of cocoa.
Yeah.
Used to take some cocoa and sugar mixed, and we used to have a break, and at dinner time we used to make a cup of cocoa, and the teacher supplied hot water.
It's a nice story. Well, did you go to the same school then for all your schooling?
Yes,
Not like today when you sort of change school every 5 years.
no, we used to change class.
Ah. What, go up a class or whatever?
Yeah.
Was it every year? or what?
Standard, we used to call it. Standard 1, 2 and upward.
Where'd you go to school, Inga?
Up Bratton Road.
Bratton Road.
Mm.
Oh, I know where the pottery is now. Is that it? Or
No,
Mason
this
Newtown.
way, Lamp Institute.
oh,
Look, by the side there. First one was by Perry's at their school when somebody got turned into there. That's when I was an infant. Then we moved from there just up the road to, by the Lamp Institute. And then we started with standard 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. The schoolmaster's daughter, she'd teach the 1, 2 and 3 classes.
yeah.
And Mr. Old Gaffer Long, he had the first 4, 5th and 6th. Just have him and them one. We had some bike boys and when we did start him off and whatever might be, might have whatever it started. And one half the big boys would say, pull for the shore, pull for the shore. Schoolmaster's up there that and then start again. Then the other part. And anyway we got through in the end. And there was a big curtain across, a great big room and a big curtain across. And you'd be sat down reading, all of a sudden a blooming marble or somebody comes straight over the curtain, plonk.
Did you go up a standard every year then, or?
Yeah, every year,
Ah.
it's standard 1, 2, 3 or 4, And them days, I mean, if you made a silly answer that kind, the old blooming schoolmaster come down with a blooming ruler, and it.
Oh, being cheeky.
Oh my gosh, I know you.
What subjects did you do at school then?
You start off, we had arithmetic, religious in the morning, there, but the religious, we say one part of the day, and the arithmetic, geography, history, and then you'd have mental arithmetic, and what else would it be there? There's no science, nothing of that there, no woodwork, nothing of that.
I didn't know anything of that.
Nothing of that there, not
No.
in my day, no. It was just, we used to have games, to have games like pass the ball bag between your legs and then run up the end and such like that. Games like that. And we used to play towards the end. We had a field along bottom of Newtown there. They got houses built on there now. We used to go along there Friday afternoons for an hour and a half of football. But apart from that, I mean, you're just arithmetic, geography. We used to have what we call biography. I don't know if you'd ever do that.
Biography.
That's writing about yourself. Or you start off with a story. You old boot in the gutter, and you got me that old boot and telling your life story. And you go along and somebody kick you along the road, and then you finish up in the ditch and walk and all that. You make a story of that there. I think that would be biography, would it?
Yeah, right.
That's it. Then that's what I think we should call it. Then biography.
That's all part of like English today. They call it,
Yeah.
subject. Yeah, they all just do stuff like that. Yeah. How'd you meet Nan then? Go on a bit.
Well, a funny story, mister, isn't it? I met her. I don't know where actually, you were with Bolton's working then, I thought.
Yeah, I used to work for the glove factory, Bolton's glove factory over Westbury Lee.
Is that where Misha ought to work now?
Yeah, no, she'd work up here.
Ah.
This is down there, where's your dad live? Just down that lane, that lake you can see across there?
Oh, I know, yeah.
That was
Is that down School Lane or whatever?
Yeah, that's the glove factory, that's where your nan used to work in there.
Still going, huh?
And I used to see her there, and then I used to, because I had a milk van then, and I'd go all over the place and I went there, and then eventually we made it, somehow or other, and then I went with a part, then somebody else had come along, and then she had somebody else.
Cool.
Then in the end,
He used to try and make me out of work, and he say, when are you coming up to see Mum?
I went up home before we got married, didn't it? We got there, and then...
She used to bomb around on the back of his motorbike.
Oh yeah, used to go up Chapmanstead on his motorbike.
So used to go up Chapmanstead when we were going towards the end, so I had this aerial motorbike.
Yeah.
I used to go up Chapman's Lane, and then at night time I used to come back to bring her back. She had to be in by 10 at the service she was, and come back by 10 o'clock, wasn't it? It was about 10 minutes I spoke from Chapman's Lane, but then there were Dead Maid's Crossroads then, it didn't like this now over, and we had to always be careful on Dead Maid's Crossroads. That were bad roads there, because they've altered it now, and she was in service at Bratton Road, just up by the Lamp Institute there. And then you were Oars up Albert Street, weren't you? You were working up there for a while. Up there before you went to doing that, because I used to go on the milk race, see her on the milk run at Oars, didn't I?
Yeah.
Gurney, Arthur Oars, that one. And
I was parlour maid. Then I ended up by being cook.
Ah.
you got to do all of it.
Yeah.
I used to do it all. And Christy after day, we used to make those.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I used to make them. And
Start slicing the potatoes up thin. I
slice
suppose.
the potatoes up very thin, and then cook them.
Have
Put
they
them in a
used to,
tin.
oh, and they used to serve them in a tin, did they?
Yeah.
Didn't have like packets like they do today then.
And I said, but I don't think we ever had them. I can't mind buying Chris when I was a boy, can you?
No,
Yeah.
there wasn't any about.
Oh, you would make them for there too. And then you done all the housework and cooking all at Mrs. Bain's, didn't it?
Yeah.
Where was this
None.
then? Where were you sort of in service then? It was in Westbury?
Well, yes, in Westbury, yeah. She done 2 or 3 places, but she had Arthur Oars at Albert Street.
Yeah.
And then I think, I don't know where you went from there to Mrs. Bain's or whatever. You've done the refreshment rooms working for a while, wasn't it? You didn't stop there long. On the station, you went down on the refreshment room, didn't you?
Yeah.
A little while, not long now. And then,
All steam trains down there, wasn't it?
and well, you've done different jobs, different.
I used
cafes.
to work
We got married at Corsley Church
Horsley.
Yeah.
on the 10th of October,
I can remember the day, can you?
1936, wasn't it?
Yeah.
10th of October, 1936.
God, was it 51 years ago, or it will be. God, I can't forget that, because of the 50th party, you know.
Yeah.
It's good that was.
And we had quite a few guests, and we got, that's a wedding present there, that mirror.
Yeah.
The old clock over there was a wedding present, and also, in the bedroom, that there dressing table your nan got, and the little Cheshire, I had the wardrobe. That cost me £14.
That's a lot of money, wasn't it?
£14, that was a lot of it. That was a wardrobe, and that's still in there now. Your nan always wanted me to get. I said no. I'm going to
That was a lot of money then, wasn't it?
That was a lot of money
That's
then.
money
Mike.
now.
Yeah.
Christ.
Yeah, £14 for a bedroom suite. you can't buy
Bedroom suite, £14.
Yeah, for a whole lot, £14.
Sure. End up paying £500 or that these days for a fitted bedroom. Christ. When the war came about, what did you get called up? What,
I
for the
got
army?
called up. I won the milk room then. I got called up on the sit on the milk room, and I done. Well, I left. I left the milk room, went back to it again, didn't I?
Yeah.
I went down to paint works for a little while, and then that finished up. So I went Wilmot come for me, go on the milk round. So I went back on the milk round. I got called up for the army in 1940, and I done 2 years in England, and then I done just over 3 years abroad.
Where'd you go then?
North Africa, Sicily, and on to Italy. And we had a break from Italy and went down to Egypt. We had I think it was 3 months down in Egypt. Come back in Italy again. Went on through there to the finish of the Italian War.
You met my brother German in
I met
Egypt.
In Egypt, aye.
He was in the Air Force.
I got in
What
contact.
did he fly in? Spitfires? I don't know.
Oh no, you were sort of like the pioneers. He did do a lot of the digging out and something like that.
I see.
He wasn't not a gunner or nothing that kind of thing. He was. I didn't want him actually. When I seen he were up in some quarry doing something or other, and we both had a weekend in Ismailia, and they went into a hotel and stopped for there a couple of days. I got permission from my commander
That's alright.
and went there. And then I never seen him after that.
Oh.
Go on back to Italy, and then Austria. And I come home on a month's leave from Austria right to Innsbruck to France, Sedan, Mainz in Germany. Oh, that one, we come across to Calais.
Didn't use the ferry then, did you?
On a ferry now,
Ah.
some sort of thing. Well, only boat, I think. We didn't have no vehicle. But when we went across from North Africa to Sicily, North Sicily, we were on them there tank landing craft.
Yeah.
There was a lorry go underneath, but I was up on the top, chained up on the top. I think about 48 hours sea ride, I'm not sure. I think that's what it was to land at Syracuse in Sicily, and then went on from there right through, and landed at Reggio in Italy, and went right up through to nearly to Rimini. Then we went right across from there to Cassino.
Yeah, the big monastery there, didn't you? Is that there?
I got underneath there. And,
Oh.
with that big monastery on there, we were underneath with we had some ammunition up there, what they call it, old front line ammunition. We didn't use nothing of it and didn't do no fighting there. But we were underneath there, but we were under control, the snipers up the top there.
Germans had that as a base, didn't they, up there?
Yeah, we were under a smoke screen all the time. The infantry were in the fields there just below us, like, in trenches in there, and we were up in another part, like edges and one another there. And they had a smoke screen on all the time. And we went on from there, we went into Rome. We've been to Vatican City, we had it there, went in a day in the Vatican City, met the Pope.
Oh, you did you?
And there he sort of blessed the troops, like, what they done. And I wasn't Roman Catholic, nor me mate, but they had the lorries going into Rome, so we
They
don't
were
go.
seeing anyway, wouldn't they?
Go there. We went into Vatican City, and they carried the Pope in on this big chair sort of style, and he just addressed us. We didn't have a chance
Just
to
missed
go
getting
there.
into Vienna.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. Is Vienna near Rome then? Or?
No, that's Austria. That was Klagenfurt and something there. We went all over Austria for one thing or another. We took a load of Russian prisoners. What they call that name there? The rebels who got off for Russia.
The Cossacks, was that what?
Cossacks, yeah. We took a load of them up to the Russian border. I don't know what happened to them.
I thought the Russians were on our side as well.
Yeah, but these were, well, I suppose the Cossacks were fighting for the other side or something.
Oh, they weren't like the government troops, I suppose, or whatever.
And they took prisoner, I suppose, they took prisoner, and we had to move them from this camp up to the Russian border somewhere. I don't know where, somewhere now, I can't mind where it was now, but we took them out. And then I got married at Corsley, and then we went down to Swansea for honeymoon. We had 4 days at Swansea, wasn't it?
Yeah, and the Mumbles.
What time of year was that?
October.
1936, yeah, that was October the 10th.
Yeah.
October the 10th till
What's
about
the weather like
the
then?
15th. Well, it wasn't too bad, was it? Not,
It was very nice.
Get some sunbathing in, did you?
no, then it's a bit chilly, like, you know,
Yeah.
because in the daytime, they're like was today, more or less. But I believe the clocks have gone on then. I think they're dark early. I went down there one night. We were up on a hill. You had to go up a steep hill to where Uncle Sid was, who lived there.
Yeah.
And at the back of his house, was a mountain, wasn't there?
Yeah.
I don't know. I got an idea. Went up there, not sure. Went up part of it anyway. And then we went down the docks one night. We didn't come down because Uncle Sid were rough then, you know. There was dockers and all of them down there. But we didn't stop. We just went down and looked round. We went to the Plaza Cinema in Swansea.
Yeah.
And organ, Tom Jenkins, he was organist in
The organ
Swansea.
came up out of the floor.
Come out of the floor and played during to a cinema during the interval light.
Look at that at cinema these days. What was that? What the film was showing? Or?
Yeah, it was a film around, and then they'd have a interval light and interval, and they'd come up and play for about, I suppose, 10 minutes, and then when they finished, go back down again somehow or other, and went along to the Mumbles. They had a train, I think about 7 Mile Sand or something like that. They had a train to go along the Mumbles, to go along there. We went down there, didn't it? And
Yeah.
had a trip along the Mumbles.
Been nice for the steam train and that.
Yeah.
But we don't see
And
too many of them these days. After the war, how soon did you get to like to Oldfield Park, or what did you do before you moved
Well,
there?
they had army huts, first of all. See, we went in the huts, all locked, afterwards, I'm going to say we lived in the huts. Then eventually they built the houses, and we got moved into 119.
And your dad, he was such a good little soul, and
That was 3 years
when we were
old.
moving, he wanted to carry something. I always remember he carried a table.
Where the railway line is, somewhere along there used to be a field
Yeah.
between where Andon lived, go across a field, and the huts were there. In Penley Park, Penny Park now, that's where it was. We lived on there. Your dad, we moved from there. Of course, we carried all our stuff over because we didn't have power to move it. So we moved across. Your dad used to carry a little tiny table like that. Oh, we moved in there.
How old was he then? 3?
I expect about 3.
Yeah,
was probably
between
about
2 and
3.
3. He wasn't very big. He was so
Wasn't.
proud.
It was Derek, was it? Or was
Yeah, Derek.
It was Derek. 'Cause,
Yeah.
like we moved over there, like I with the army, didn't it?
Yeah.
I went with the army when we moved over there, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That must have been, that must have got around 1950. I come out in 1940, no, it might have been a bit before then, 1945 when I come out of the army.
Yeah.
So, it was around 1958, 48 or, about 50 I expect then, isn't it? 45, 46, And And then we went to Anne got married. Anne got married from there. And Brian got married from there, didn't he?
Yeah.
Brian got married from up there. Anne got married from there. And then we moved up to Beach Grove.
Beach Grove.
And Anne went living where we went.
They stayed over.
And she's still there now.
Still there now, yeah.
She wasn't born there, but she was only about 7 months back. She was.
She was born at Mother's at Chapman Street.
Yeah, she was born at Chapman Street. I was in the army. I went in the army October, wasn't it? And she was born in the March.
Yeah.
I couldn't get leave to come home. They only at Canterbury too, and I couldn't get leave to come home.
God,
So she was 6 months old when I seen her
you
first
finally
of all.
saw her, yeah.
And she didn't even know me, not when first going off, wasn't it?
That's bad.
And then they went away just after that, 1942, and when we left. We sailed out with the Clyde. So I remember, well, before that, the best part was we were all in Scotland, and we knew we had to go out next morning at 4 o'clock in the morning, and the rumour was we were going back down the south of England. And everybody there, and we got on the train. we pulled in the Clyde, and the train pulled in the station there, and we were hustled off, and about a 30-foot wire all the way round, and a blooming great big troop ship waiting for us. Straight off the train, straight under the blooming ship. Everybody's face dropped like that. That wasn't south of England. We were there for 3 days. I think we sailed out from the Clyde on December the 10th to North Africa. And we landed in North Africa. We pulled in at Algiers, and we couldn't stop there. The Jerry come over bombing, so we had to move out of Algiers. And we had to go to another port, Guam. And as we were going there from about 8 o'clock at night till midnight, Jerry was sending over stupid dive bombers, and there was our ship and another troop ship and a destroyer and a corvette. But when we finished up, there was just our troop ship pulled in. The other troop got hit, but Torvigo, I don't think anybody was killed. I don't think they'd be. He pulled in a port called Oran. He pulled in there. I don't know what happened there. They come on over afterwards because they belonged to our same lot as we went out together, see, so...
I was left at home to bring the children up.
All on your own.
It was about five years we were on our own. And times were very hard because that was when rationing was. And I always remember we had to go right up by Collier's and wait for, if you were lucky, to get a bag of colite.
There a lot of queue in there then?
Yeah.
Queue for everything, wasn't it?
And we used to go out with the kiddies into the woods and collect wood.
Go wooding, yeah.
Yeah. And used to bring it all home on the pram.
Suppose everyone was a lot healthier then anyway, if you couldn't get all like
Yeah.
food and that. Yeah.
I used to walk the kiddies from Alfred Street and go right away up to Mother's and Chapman Street and walk all the way back again.
Walking. Got fit. You were fit then, I suppose.
Yeah, it was
all
bad.
that walking.
Yeah.
Cool. Whereabouts do you live at Beach Grove when you were there?
Number 6.
Number 6. Ah.
Yeah, 6 Halford Street. 6 Beach Grove. 119 down Oakville Park. And we had 10 Anne's Close. And then we had got 10 Jubilee Close now. We had
2
number,
10s and 2 6s.
and then we had number 3 down Bell Orchard, didn't it?
Oh yeah.
What was
Forget
down
about that.
Halford Street? That was 6 down Halford Street, wasn't it?
Can't remember.
I can't mind now.
How long did you live down Beach Grove then?
Oh, we must have been there 3 or 4 years. We moved from there. We moved over Anne's Close, 1970.
70. That's the year Leslie was born, 70.
1970 when we moved over to Anne's Close, because I got the rent book in there now when we started first of all. And the rent there then was £2 a month.
Wish you could get a house for that for £2 a month
Was it
today.
£2 a month? Was it? I can't mind now. Or £1, might have been £1 a week, I don't know. I expect a bit more than that, because I had the Beach Grove, I had the Beach Grove house and a garage for £1, 16 shillings and sixpence a week. £1.50 in the new money
Yeah.
for the rent, and 6 and 6, what would that be? 50, about 60 pence for the garage, and that was 1970, I think, went there.
When we first started marriage, we had to live on less than £2 a week. That's all he used to have, £2.
Right. What will that buy you these days?
Yeah.
Christ. It's unbelievable. I mean, things were a lot cheaper than, well, compared to today.
£2 a week.
Well, you could spend £1,000 then. The kids could buy sweets for £1,000.
What's that? 3p or something is it in more money? I don't know.
Eh?
What's a farthing in more
Well, it was a quarter of a penny.
quarter
And 4 powders to make a penny, 2 halfpennies to make a penny,
Yeah.
and 12 big pennies to make a shilling. When we were on the milk road, I had a pocket full of great big penny coins. God.
Wearing all in your pocket, were they?
God.
Like these pound coins today.
Yeah, I mean, then there were the half a crowns, and then you used to have these little chutney pieces. I didn't see very many of them, I don't think, got in the change. We used to have pennies and halfpennies, and powder. You could go into the Drapers, and there's something to be £1 and 3 farthings. But they give you £1 and halfpenny, and a string of a packet of pins.
Yeah.
All little pins, that were farthings worth. A great line of small pins. Instead of giving us 3 farthings, so I can give you these pins for a farthing instead of farthing.
Hmm.
You get a gobstopper, what would be like a big minto sweet.
Yeah.
What we call gobstoppers. They were 8 each, I think. I think they're 8 each. They were. They'd last all day. I couldn't remember.
keep you quiet all day, wouldn't it? Keep you moving. So you moved to Anne's Close after Beach Grove, did you?
Yeah. And then the man's close. Well, of course we done over there. I think we were there 13 years. Anne's Close. I think the 13 years. I done the milk ground. I done the cement work. I went down to cement works. I on the milk ground. Oh, I don't know how many years. But then
We had about 15 years in...
13, I think it was Anne's Close. I think I was working 13 years.
You celebrated a wedding anniversary then, and you also went one of the major ones.
That was the 40th anniversary.
Oh, yeah.
In Anne's Close, yeah.
And when
And
someone gave
Mam
you a plate or something, didn't they?
Mam and all those. We got a plate and something to knock stuff in there, what we had there. And then I went down to Cement Works 1967.
So 20 years ago.
1967, I think. I found out the other day when I went in the Cement Works, and I done 8 years. That would be 65 when I retired. 1967 and 8. That would be 1967. Whatever it was anyway. That was the 8 years. And then I done about 7 years part-time. So I done about 15 years altogether in Cement Works. No, 13 supposed to be, that's it, 5 years. 13, that's it, 13 years I done, 5 years part-time, that's it. Down in Cement Works I done nearly every job there was. But I went to work at 7:30 in the morning,
Yeah.
And we used to have what they call a ghoster. They don't do it now. What that was, if you had a ghoster, you would go at 7:30 in the morning, and if a breakdown was, you'd stop there till perhaps 4 in the morning, and then you go home at 4, but you have it back by 7:30, and then you get from 7:30 the day before, right through to 7:30, you start again, and then you get the other day. So
Long hours then.
that's what they call a ghoster. As long as you work at 7:30, you work at 2 o'clock in the morning, you get this ghoster. It just depends. Sometimes you might be lucky and finish at 2, and then get another time you might have to work till 4 o'clock before you go home. And sometimes you just nip home, and then you might have to go straight on through, you know, not hardly get home at all.
What's your pay like then?
Well, I can't mind, of course, it's better pay there than I ever had.
Yeah.
Bar, my best time and the most money I earned for that was 1939, I expect, before the war, just before we pulled down the ironworks, of Westbury Ironworks, and we'd work Saturdays and Sundays. I don't know what money, I earned good money, and then the railway wages were around about £2.50, they were the top people. And Charlie Emmons and we worked together. We'd crack up iron. We had to load them up on these trucks. You know what the railway trucks are?
Yeah.
With nothing there to load up, we had to cut that stuff and take all that hard work, man. And then we climbed up. I think it was 2 or 3 sort of kilns. They were full of the bricks. They cut great big size round all for the army, but for the war, like. We climbed up first of all, I think to 80 foot, and got up on the top. Then inside they were all honeycomb bricks,
Yeah.
fire bricks, all honeycomb. We had to throw all them out so far down. I could get about 3 foot down, I suppose, or 2 foot down. For a welder to cut down and around, so that fall down over, and then the next lot when we go down again, they go all the way around cutting it down, and we throwing up the bricks out all the time. We had some.
When we were young enough, we used to go and have a holiday at Weymouth and go down to Bowley's Cove and have a caravan.
Used to go down the Weymouth each morning.
Yeah,
Every year.
every year. We had a holiday every year.
And I always kept back £1, or £1.50 in me pocket there, and we go round and they say, "Oh, can I have this? I ain't got no money. I ain't got no money." And then on the Friday, and on the last day, we'd come out. I always saved some money. I don't know, all through my life. Right, in the army, I used to let chaps used to come and borrow some money off me. I always paid it back. And same when I bought my first motorbike. That was 1931 or 1930. Can't remember which it was now. That was Street Tank BSA. And I used to put £0.50 a week, or 3 shillings a week in the Oak Club. And then this chap named Ledbury Londenbucks had this motorbike for sale for £8.
Yeah.
And I bought this motorbike for £8. That's when I had my motorbike smash on. And
What kind of speed would that do then? Or,
I suppose you might do 40 or 50. I don't know actually. Didn't know that there. The other one I had, I had a BSA, then I had a little Francis Barnett. You know, a good little bike that one. And then I bought this Ariel 250 old red Ariel.
250.
Lovely little boat that was. It's got photographing down in there now on it. MW7259.
I ain't got the registration.
MW7259. I bought it off of Charlie, George's brother next door, for £10. I had it for about 2 years. And Collier's son at the Coalman, he bought them from me for £10.
Yeah.
It seemed I'd give for him. And I said to him, you know, I can't get late together, I said to him, Well, Jeff, what's the number of that motorbike, George? He says, MW7259. I said, that's quite right. he knew it and I knew it. Charlie next door, one that I knew there was Randall bought them brand new, because he worked in the garage at Kendricks. He bought them brand new. Charlie bought it off of this chap Randall. I don't know how long he had it, how old it was when he had them, but and I bought it from him. And then this Jeff Collier boy, I know what happened to him after that.
We used to always walk back from Weymouth all the way, have a packet of crisps, and you see our crisps and go along, and we walked all the way there to Joe Cuppy's field where the caravan was. We used to walk in of a morning
Yeah.
and walk back of a night, walk all those long miles all the way along.
There's a lot of walking in those days.
Yeah,
And we could come from Joe Copper's over a big hill and onto Bowley's Cove, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We'd go there and have a rest, and then we'd walk along the wall from Weymouth into Weymouth.
I've done that a lot, yeah.
Mm.
Do you have any arcades or sort of amusement stuff in those days?
Yeah, there were those, but yeah, I don't know, not a lot I don't think, were there?
No.
I
no.
don't think a lot of music. You had the fun fair down the bottom of Weymouth, you know, that's gone I think now. There used to be all the fun fair. Now I don't think many slot machine in them days, were there?
Not like
No,
there are now.
No, I don't think so.
not like
no.
they are now.
Everywhere you go in Weymouth, there's these arcades these days, aren't there?
I know. I went in the pipe house, I think it was. I went in the fish shop for dinner. And it cost me, what was it, £1 I think it was, for £5
For
hours.
5.
Gosh, that were nearly all me spending money for the week gone.
Oh, Christ.
I
Pound for a
said, we can't come back there no more. I said, I was to buy a loaf of bread and get some cheese, isn't it? And Nan used to cut some bread and cheese, just sit on the front there, and sit on the, they might get a quarter of meat, and I said, well, yeah, and gone very well like that, didn't it?
Yeah.
Well, should we call it a day now anyway? See how it's gone.
All that's on the telly.